This is Florida Natural Farming at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. Thought I forgot. I had to prune back this vine and this rose bush I have it growing here, and this rose bush here. I have the same roses over here that I did cuttings of and placed in the soil that took, so they're just trying to grow up. There's one also in the corner. Bananas are looking good. I wanted to do a video. I woke up and said I need to do a video today. So do a video. And here I am. So it's gonna be on mangoes, just mangoes. Just a mango update. They're looking good. Sugar apples are looking good too. Quite a bit. Oh, come on, focus. There you go. Ginger is probably in the way. So we're Biodynamic certified rare tropical fruit farm, and we dry farm everything. All these mangoes along the road I cannot sell as Biodynamic because the neighbors sprayed glyphosate in the ditch over a year ago. So thank you, neighbor. And then they sprayed at the other end in my donkey pastures, so couldn't use that. So this whole side, they have an easement to their house in the back. They're the ones that did it. But oh well, they haven't done it since. And I put biodynamic horns in the soil. BD 500. I just scoop them up on the day you dig them up on, what is it? Spring. First day of spring, and then I rebury them, and I did that in this spot, and it seemed to work. I was surprised we have so many mangoes just after a year, especially dry farming. It's really amazing. Just feel the need to show people what you can do in Florida, pretty much by doing nothing. Adding the right nutrients. In our case, it's biodynamic BD 500 and compost that we make here, and raw manure. We provide small. It's just me. It's a one-man show. Clean out the barn from our miniature Zebus and put the manure out every day, 365 days a year. And then I lately been making a lot of compost, because since we had 3 baby Zebus, I haven't had time to drag that manure around as far, which is good because I need to start making some more compost. So that's what I've been doing. Everything's looking good. It's been dry as a dry bone here. It's scary, but my partner hasn't even stressed out. So this is a buttercream mango. Also, because of its location, I wouldn't sell it as biodynamic right in the center of the driveway, but it has a lot of fruit on it, like the others. Yes. These Rollinia trees look horrible. Of course, I had to talk about some other fruit. The mulberries look great again, so. That's good. Look at this Namdak Mai. So they didn't spray the glyphosate up here. They stopped after I did it. But then they did it in the back a year later, and they're surprised I knew so quick because I could smell it. I mean, so this is Namdak Mai. This is Malika. There's a lot of mangoes all over it. This tall grass kind of protects them from the critters when they are hanging low. This is a Florigon. Yeah, that might be a Malika. That's a Florigon. This is definitely a Florigon that did not do anything, but it's kind of had fungal issues since I got it from the nursery. And there it is. got a lot of fruit on it. I have to take out a bunch of plants because we're getting solar. You know, have an electric car, you need solar, so that's what we're doing within the next 2 weeks. Caused a major fight because I just got the plants how I wanted them established, and I have to take them all out, but oh well. Here's a buttercream, but it's got a second bloom on it. Some of our mangoes have a big second bloom. This is a coconut cream. She looks good. I'll skip this one off. Walk past it quickly on the other. So I have to come back this way, but it's got a lot of fruit. No water, no rain, no. I can't sell any of this fruit along here because this is a transport area for my manure. So this fruit all has to be eaten by me. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I could sell the seeds. That's what I'm gonna do. Plant them and sell them or buy them myself. This is a sweet pink tamarind. Getting close. This is a lychee that finally has fruit on it. So I decided I wanted to plant vegetables along this path. So I make big compost piles. I'm gonna put the biodynamic preps in them, spray them, I think, mix them all together and spray the whole area with it. And then plant my vegetables in it next winter. It should be about perfect because it's mostly grass, hay, and like rotten stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's really good. It's not, I picked up the manure out of it. That's obviously where a piece of manure sat. So it's just where the manure sat, and grass, hay, and a tiny little bit of wood chips with pea on them. Some really nice stuff. And it was all grass through here. So I wanted to see if, you know, it would affect the mangoes, but look at this. So these are in my February 20th video. I showed these trees and they were covered in powdery mildew, and yeah, right, okay. This is the bad side. So this is where the magic starts over here, and it's like pretty scary how many mangoes are on here. Totally healthy, all varying sizes, all the way up, all over the tree. It's like this, but those are hanging down lower now. It's nice. They're nice mangoes. This is a Venus tree. These mangoes are really heavy, so these I have to eat all myself. So they have bird crap on them, and I can't sell them. So that's how that goes. Same with these lychees. So, but I can grow my vegetable garden for myself and eat the fruit. This is a fruit punch that has some fruit on it, but it wasn't a huge successful fruiting. But now it looks like it has a big bloom starting. Might be too warm for it to set, but hopefully some will set. But that's okay. There's the bowl. This is a sweet tart. This is the bad side. There you go. So this is one of the trees that had all the fungal issues. I don't think the fruit punch was that bad. And this tree is loaded with fruit. You just can't really see it. See? It's gonna be my eaten fruit for sure. There's a lot in there. I'm so excited about the mango season. I know, Wally. Sorry. Calves, I sold one of the calves, the oldest one. It was eating by itself, and the mother was skinny and like would get weird every time she came in heat. I decided I don't want to be a cow breeder at all. So I would like to find a home for two like little bulls, but I'm gonna castrate them. But they're like pets, so Romeo and Skeet. This is that coconut cream. But yeah, this is a honey kiss. It's been so hot and so dry here, and it doesn't look like the mangoes are ever affected. I know that if I put more manure in here, it would help them, but I can't do that because of the rules against selling fruit. So I can't even haul it through here. So I have to pay attention to all that stuff. So this is our fruiting kwai muck. It's doing good. Yep. This is a big peach cobbler, and it's only 3 years old. I mean, it's like huge, and it's loaded with fruit, and it's a big tree. Planted from a small 3-gallon, and the mangoes had never been connected to water here. And it's a nursery tree from Zills. All our mangoes came from Zills, except for the seedlings I had planted. So this is a pineapple pleasure. Yep, it's gonna be my pleasure, but I have to sell those, and I have to sell this fruit punch on this. There's a lot of fruit punch fruit on here, dangling down. Not its best year, but it still has some. Fruit punch, nursery trees. So this tree is on the other side, has got tons of fruit on it, but this side didn't, but it has a bunch of flower coming out on it. Hopefully a cold front comes through, and I don't know, I think it's too hot for it. This is a sugar loaf that didn't do anything. So this is our pond. It's dry. I mean, it's quicksand, I'm sure. There's mussels and there's blue herons in there getting crawfish out of there, and it's scary. Scary that it's dried up 2 of the past 3 seasons. This is jackfruit. So all this stuff is, grown the same way. It's just this is diamond. It's just the cover is left alone, and you don't walk on it, and there's just paths that I've currently been mowing because so many people are coming over here. So this is a sweet tart, and she has tons of fruit on it, and not tons, but it's quite a bit. There's quite a bit of fruit on here. Not down low, but there is lots of fruit hanging. This tree produces the best fruit of any mango on our farm every year. This is a mango that's never fruited before, but it has a lot of fruit on it. And looks like it might be trying to flower again, but I don't know. But I'm happy with the fruit it has on it. It's first year it held fruit. This is an M4. See the fruit on it? M4, and I'm just gonna go straight to the back mangoes, and then that'll be it. This ingot tree is doing good. So I have people come by here every other day now, and it's become too much, and it's just become too much. So I hate to do it, but I have to stop giving tours because I just don't have time. And it's like people show up because they see the real estate ads, and the for sale by owner, rare tropical fruit farm. So this is a sugar loaf that it doesn't have any fruit on it. That's okay. I have a sugar loaf that has fruit on it, quite a bit of fruit. So that's all summer. Is that what it is? No, Terrelay, I think that's what it is. These are the lychees that they don't have any fruit on it, but they look okay. They died during the drought had dieback right there. See the leaves, dead leaves? That was from the summer drought, but they seem okay now. I learned how to cope. So jackfruit, this is a cashew. So too many people, and so they see the real estate ads. So I had like, what was 3 doctors show up because from the real estate ad. I invited them. One was from Oakland, and one was from he knew some of the people I knew in New Orleans. He lived in the Bywater. I shouldn't say that, but anyway, I'm not going to say their names. But it was kind of cool, and his wife, who's a scientific doctor, I'm sure, and of course she is. Why would I say I'm sure? She was also a doctor, but she had a baby, so I didn't spend very much time with her. But they wanted to, Daddy wanted it. Daddy lived in LA, and I think he's a doctor too. So people think that they can buy this, but it's not for sale. I'm tempted to delete those videos, but I don't know. It's kind of exciting sometimes to think, but I mean, where would you go? I was going to start weeding. Sorry, I'm not going to do that in this video. Where would I go? So if you want to entertain a visit here, and you want to visit before real estate, you have to be in the price range between $5 and $10 million. And right now I'm leaning towards the high end. So this is diamond. That's all I'm going to say on that. This is diamond, and the diamond trees produce good, and I like the fruit. And obviously they grow well here and produce well, dry farmed. I mean, come on, this is a tree for commercial use for sure, dry farming. A combined system. You can't ignore all of the cover. It's sand. This is what happens. This had like aggregated soil on it, and I mowed it. And this is how the whole place looked, basically, when I bought it, except for this was like grass here and there, but it was all like this, and not even that good. It was more white, and anyway, I had to figure it out, and this works, surprisingly. With Zebu manure. Zebu manure is not cow manure. It's miniature Zebu manures. It's not the same as the other stuff. Totally different breed. It's a totally different animal than the American cows. More closely related to the bison, probably. Here's a cotton candy. I don't know, though. I'm not a cow expert. I'm not a cow breeder anymore. I'm only going to breed my little cow Pepsi, because she's like my little milk cow, honey cow, and she does anything I want. So I'm just going to breed her just to make her boyfriend Wally happy, because he has needs too. So he gets 1 cow. The others are not going to be bred unless. So this is Sweet Tart. Look at this tree. I love Sweet Tarts. My favorite fruit every year. It's close. I hate to admit it, but our CAC Beach House mangoes are the best mangoes that I've ever tasted. Dry farm, that's where I knew I could do this, because it was being done next door with horrible mangoes. So I just copied it, but I let the lawn grow. And I have a CAC tree over there. This is a cotton candy also. This one's in the shade, and I said I would have that tree chopped before the next video, but it's blooming and it feels cooler in the shade, so maybe it'll set fruit now. I'm gonna wait and see. Be nice if I didn't have to, huh? It's covered in bloom. Sweet Tart. This is a Sweet Tart. Has lots of fruit on it. Look at that. Of course, these are little fruit that dropped off, not anything to worry about. Totally healthy, but you don't want to walk around it. You want to stay off. This path is horrible. I can't believe this was all aggregated. It was in my last video, I think, or the one before. I like the date videos because it's good to know. I could refer back to them. So this is a sweet tart also. Looks good. Look at all that fruit. I mean, looks like it's getting ready to bloom. This is a sweet tart that didn't do anything, which is weird. This one didn't do anything, and this one didn't do anything, but maybe they'll bloom. Who knows? You know, I don't talk about those mangoes that froze. Here's a sweet tart. This is a seed mango. I have a lot of seed mangoes, but I don't ever mention them. This looks like a fruit punch. That's a jackfruit's scary when I can tell a fruit punch by its fungal load. This is a fruit punch. These fruit punch seem to be okay over here, but I've had them look really good and then fruit, and then next year they get nasty looking. And this fruit punch looks great. Look at it. I do know that there's a big horse buried right around here, right there, several years ago. Phantom fly. Here's a fruit punch. Fruit punch, fruit punch, fruit punch, fruit punch. No, this is Valkyrie. Well, fruit punch is good when it's good. She's you want, that's all you want. So I would never chew down a fruit punch. This is a Valkyrie. Oh, I gotta thank the Zills for making all these mangoes. Valkyrie. That's a little gem that I believe that one got froze, but not very bad. But doesn't have any fruit on it. This is it's like a cotton candy to me. Probably what it is. Got a lot of fruit on it. Yeah, so people coming over here, I'm gonna have to like stop doing it, because just for people that are growing on a farm, because people just it's like a whole, I can't stop, and it's like I just, before I know it, I've like walked around this farm a dozen times, and I'm exhausted, so I gotta like stop. So really only people that know how to grow. I mean, the doctor people were cool, but they didn't, the girl didn't, you know, the lady, she wasn't a girl, sorry. She didn't even know what dry farming is, and it was like, that's the one who they wanted to purchase it, and I'm like, it's like, you have to know stuff. And most everyone does. And I had to look at it as it was the real estate, so it's probably good. I was a little snippy with them, so this is a it's my videos without the edge, the upfront person, you know, the in-person greeting sometimes. So this is Valkyrie, or no, Valencia Pride. I wish it was Valkyrie. Could you imagine? Oh. I know people that have trees this big of Valkyrie, probably. But it has a lot of fruit on it, as you can see. And this is Valencia Pride also, that has some fruit on it, not a big crop. This is a carry, or no, this is a ice cream. Did I walk by that big ice cream back there? I did. See, I'm getting hot. This is a carry. I'll look at those on the way back. They have a lot of fruit on them. I'm happy. I'm not surprised anymore. So we've been through this drought with these mangoes before with fruit on them, and they do just fine. So I can see my little cashews coming up in here. I see one over there from last year. Yes. That'll look nice because they get big. Little trees coming up in here, but I'm doing just seeds back here. Seed grown trees. through this area. This used to be a pasture that went around my perimeter of the property, but they sprayed on it, and I don't really have access for it anywhere else, so, and I didn't want them breathing the fumes downwind, because that's how I smelled it, because I was walking back here and like all of a sudden I could smell it, and I looked. Sure enough, I'd have to take this one hat off, blowing in the wind. This used to be all mowed horse pasture that was like pretty much like this. This is where it's mowed. Look at that. It's all horribly compacted. I believe the horses probably stood back here on the property line, because the property line's right there. They built that house after we got here, and they built this house after we got here. These people added a bunch of fill right up to the fence line, but it's slowly moving over here, and everything I plant in it back here grows. But that's the fence line that they sprayed on. So this mango got froze last year, and that mango got froze last year. And this is a new trail. That's what I was talking about. So this is the newest trail I have. So this is what it looked like underneath. I won't be able to do this much longer because it was like all aggregated. It's aggregated sand and carbon. It just disintegrates. See? This goes back to like black sand. But see, that was the sand. That's what it turns into. Dust, so that it's moving towards that. But it was really nice to see and be able to film it and show what it looks like under that when you don't mow it for 4 years or walk on it or graze it. So this is a pickering mango. It has a lot of fruit on it. You know, they're known for producing a lot of fruit, and it's got this guanacaste tree growing in it. I'm not sure about that, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. So I'm not sure who this is, but it has fruit on it. So I planted some, my friend Frank gave me, and Annette gave me some, his wife Annette gave me some, this is I'm not sure who this is, but it has a lot of fruit. Some loquats, 2 loquats. I've always been not wanting any loquats, but he gave me a couple to plant back here, so I planted those. So I don't have a problem with getting shit planted, so I plant a lot of shit stuff in here to the right. And so yeah, you can see the mangoes on this side. I was surprised they had so much fruit on them, considering they sprayed all that along there. This is a loquat. Doesn't look very happy, but that's how trees look during drought when they're, and then when they get water, they revive. So organically sometimes. This one looks a lot better. I got that big ginger, the galangal ginger, planted all along here, all the way, almost to the pond. I have to finish it, but hopefully it'll come up. And I planted some Royal Ponciano. Sorry, somebody wanted seeds of that, but somebody gave me just a few, so planted those back here. And lemon seeds, thousands of lemon seeds. There's my hat that was blowing off. Okay, we're almost done. 29 minutes. So this is a peach cobbler, and it has a lot of mangoes on it that you can't fall, they haven't fallen below the tree line, but there's a lot all over the tree. And I love peach cobbler. We got heliconias they put back here and some sugar cane that actually is coming up. So some of that good heritage sugar cane that's going around. This is a sweet tart mango. This is the one I did the dry farm mango video of. It looks great. It's covered in fruit again. Got more fruit because it's bigger. I'm not exactly sure who that is, but it has a lot of fruit. This is a lemon zest. It has a little bit of fruit on it, but nothing promising. Surprise, surprise, huh? I don't know why people rave about the fruit. The fruit isn't. I just wouldn't. It's not the first one I would go for. It's not even in the top 5. So I don't get that. But everyone has their own taste. So that's how that works. Lancettia, I like this. But you have to let them stay on the tree, get big. They look beautiful. The color is divine. Look at those. This tree has a lot of fruit on it this year. Never really looked at it like that before, or saw that many fruit on it before. I don't think. These fruit are huge, and this is like a dwarf tree, or supposedly a dwarf tree, though it looks like it's getting quite large here. But it has a short growth between the. Looks like it could be a heavy producer for Florida. Loaded. This is a cherry tree that's loaded with fruit. So I'm going to sell the mangoes this year, $8 a pound. When they're ready, I'm just going to say, and then probably we could just come pick them. And that's how that's going to work. But you got to make an appointment. If you bought from me, you will be able to buy from me again. So if you want, here's a coggshall. This is ice cream, and it's never held fruit before. It's right next to the path, and it froze back here. I'll show you some froze mangoes, but these never got affected for some reason. The banana got it. No, did it? Yeah, that part that died got it. This is a coggshall. This is a cherry that has lots of fruit on it, and it's flowering. So cherry flowers all the time. It was flowering in, I think, November here. Dry farmed. So bizarre about the powdery mildew, especially seeing all the mangoes on those trees after I did a video of it. It's like I don't know anything. That's how I feel about that. Here's an ice cream mango that didn't produce any fruit this year, but it always produces fruit and blooms multiple times through the season and produces. And so it looks like it's going to give us a good crop, which would be nice. Please, thank you. These are cotton candy mangoes. This is a cotton candy. Cotton candy was slow to give us fruit, but this year they gave us fruit. There's quite a bit of fruit on there. They're dangling below the trees. Back there, there's quite a bit of fruit. We looked at that on the way by, maybe. There's a cotton candy, but that was a mango that froze, and then there's a mango that froze. Oh, here's a cotton candy. This gets a lot of shade here, this tree. It's mostly shaded. It's got a lot of fruit on it, so just got to keep the vine off of it. That's the key there. So it's grown with that oak tree too. Also, this is a Priestley Adamoya. These are, of course, the donkey pastures, soon to be cow pastures, because we're going to start rotating everyone. And but we have to get the fence built, so we're going to do that over a 2-week period. We're just going to do the perimeter fence. Maybe run the netting, plastic netting, to cordon them off. So I don't know. We haven't figured. Maybe we'll put in a few fences. That's probably what we'll do. Across. So I have to do that. Ugh. Those are Valkyrie. I love Valkyrie. Excellent mangoes. So yeah, we have biodynamic mangoes at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. And this is Florida Natural Farming. And I hope you have a beautiful day.